up, everyone? The 5 Kage here. I'm low-key sad because I tried 3 times to continue the Deku Black Clover one, and I kept on getting heartbreak after heartbreak because, some shit would always bring me out of it, and I never could get past 20 minutes or 30 minutes. One time I was close to 40, and it didn't work out. I had something to do that required my attention, and that sucked because if you notice the time, it's almost, I go to work at 2. So, let's try this one instead. This is something special that I've had. Just what if Naruto had a Kekkei Mora? In other words, a higher than bloodline selection. Something similar to how only Kaguya had, or something only the Sage of Six Path had with the Renegon. But it's not unfamiliar to obtain something similar. It's not impossible to be uninherited, it's just something really, really fucking difficult to get. And as you can see, my 4 characters are pretty much what Naruto's inheriting. We have Spirit Energy and Demon Energy mixing into Naruto, but this means he does not get Chakra. The Nine Tails is still sealed within him, and he will still get Senjutsu, but the whole premise is Naruto actually has no chakra. He has to live a life similar to Rock Lee now. So he is very, very fucking skilled in taijutsu, my guy. Literally nothing is changing from the canon other than this. Around this time, because Naruto struggled, he was always known just for his taijutsu. He did the exact same shit. So, he has a actual stronger connection to Lee and Might Guy rather than Iruka Sensei in this one. So it's kind of weird. He does not wear the green outfit, though. He just does work out with them. So he is someone who would wear weights. He just doesn't know. Like, Kakashi is aware of this. Like, he would still pass and everything. He would still be on the team. Just, Naruto's a lot more taijutsu based. He's a lot more physical. He's a lot more brawly, if you will. Now, I'm drinking some Pepsi. Not my favorite soda, but it is pretty good. So, I will drink it. My favorite is Dr. Pepper. So, yeah. Love it. Anyway, continuing on with the what if, as, this is where some of our changes happen. You see, Sasuke, he has constantly gotten his ass whooped by Naruto's taijutsu. No matter how hard he tried, Naruto would always be able to beat him in taijutsu. He was faster, he was way, way stronger. Even when Sasuke could land a blow on Naruto, Sasuke's hands would start to throb as if they hit steel, or as they were hitting a brick wall. Naruto was way too sturdy. Not to mention, in this, he'd get, the beatings and the training. His bones are a lot more fractured and durable, so he, in a sense, does have steel bones. His body has been pushed to its height. Heathens take it slow. Not heard this song in a fucking minute. And so ask you where you know. Sorry, I like 21 Pilots. I'm gonna continue with the what if, I'm sorry. It's just a really good song. My favorite is still Car Radio. Sorry if it's so basic for some of y'all, but if you don't know 21 Pilots, I recommend. Anyway, continuing on with the what if, as Naruto and Sasuke have this more distinguished hatred for one another, as Naruto's actually more jealous of Sasuke, not just because he's a female, the female chick magnet, he gets all the girls. No one really looks at him. Let's see, what else? The Dojutsu and the Uchiha, meaning he's gonna get something even more special that he doesn't have. He doesn't have, ninjutsu or genjutsu, and as an Uchiha, he would be able to copy them. He would eventually, with the Sharingan, he'd even be able to get his level of taijutsu basically down. And Naruto was pissed at this, so he trains even harder. I'm trying to make it known that his strength is way stronger than it should be. Our, timeline starting with Naruto at the bridge for our first mission would be the strength equivalent of Naruto fighting pain, without Senjutsu. After that training. That's how I mean, he's bulked up in physical control. Now, granted, Kurama has not messed with Naruto once. He doesn't have to. There's no chakra to mess with. However, Naruto is aware that he does have something else, something that he can't get a full control of, because he feels it inside of him, and he can channel it, but it doesn't register like chakra. It's kind of weird. Anyway, we're continuing on as the Demon Brothers would still try and attack Kakashi, but Naruto, and he does have two swords with him. I like having him be a swordsman too, which I will continue the whole him swordsman hitman later. It's just, I try to record, and if it fails, I normally just jump to another one to say, okay, I didn't have the luck and the mojo going with it. I like to go with one shot, one go, and if it fails me, it fails me. But the fact that I tried my Black Clover 3 times means I was trying my guy. So, continuing on with the what if, as Naruto, he stops them with one sword, blocking them from actually cutting Kakashi, which allows him to, instead of use the substitution, just body flicker away. He smiles and thinks, well, thanks, Naruto, as Naruto would proceed to grab his other sword and jump towards one of the Demon Brothers. Sasuke would rush towards the other one, trying to not let Naruto, the, weakling of the group, despite Sakura being, weaker, the fact that she can use jutsu makes her stronger in Sasuke's eyes. You know what? Fuck it. This is my entire playlist of 4,000 songs. So I still have Christmas, Halloween, other bunch of music that makes no sense because it's like 5,000 songs. So we're hearing Jingle Bell Rock by Our Last Night. So Gucci. Anyway, continuing on with this, as here's what's one of the main difference. Sasuke gets poisoned. Naruto actually decapitates his guy. One simple stroke. Naruto, he tries not to laugh at Sasuke because, he's just like, ha! Uchihas aren't shit. As, he also does know how to fight against the Sharingan too, because, yeah, look at the feet, look at the body, don't look at the face. Flip them off every now and then for shits and giggles. As now we go to, Sasuke being treated by Sakura with some weird anti-poison. They were able to get the medicine from one of them. Naruto threatens, well, either we kill you and we just take it anyway, or you live and you can take your brother. Bury him somewhere. He takes the deal. Sasuke gets the antidote. He's fine. As, Sasuke's really being more emo about this. He's more pissed off about Naruto getting this, getting the one-up on him. This is where, Zabuza would show up, but to the surprise of many, when the sword is thrown, Naruto actually pulls out his two swords, blocks it midair. Zabuza would then body flicker in, grab his sword, and he's saying, well then, do you want to try something, brat? As Naruto just smirks, and he's saying, gladly. As, the two would jump away from each other, Kakashi would tell Naruto to step away, and tell him, hey, Naruto, you can't take on an A-rank missing ninja like this. As Naruto saying, right now, it's just gonna be swordsmanship. Right, mister? As Zabuza laughs, and saying, I make no promises, kid. And, Naruto saying, well, the only thing I got is taijutsu and kenjutsu. I don't have chakra to weave. So, let's see. As Zabuza begins to laugh maniacally, thinking that this is gonna be too easy. He's just like, how the hell so what? Did you get lucky blocking my sword? As Naruto saying, oh, luck has nothing to do with this, as he puts his two swords back on his shoulders, as he decides to lift up his pant legs. Kakashi sees the weights. It's the same as Lee's, exact same weight. So, he lifts them up, and he tells Zabuza, so, let's see who's faster, as he lets them drop the explosion, which does shook everyone. I'm also making Sasuke be aware of this much more early, so he can be much more emo about this, just so I can have him be a stewy little bitch. Yes, it's for my comedy too. Anyway, continuing on, as Naruto would then proceed. As soon as they hit the floor, he's out of there, out of vision. Zabuza's eyes widen for two reasons, because now he can't sense Naruto since there's no chakra coming off of him. He thought that was weird. He thought he was just maybe suppressing his chakra. Nope. He can't sense dick from this motherfucker. As Naruto would slash Zabuza's back in a cross mark. Now, it wasn't that deep because Zabuza was able to jump away just barely. But he still got cut. Which this annoyed Zabuza because Naruto just smirks at him. And he's saying, well, how do you like me now? As then he body flickers away. He's moving at high speeds that Zabuza is seeing 4 after images around his 4 sides. No matter which way he turns, he would see an after image of Naruto. And it's just not fair for him. He's trying to think. He tries to swing with his giant sword, but Naruto, being quick and nimble, could easily dodge. He would show up, kick Zabuza in the chin, sending him back. Now Zabuza realizes that not only does this kid have speed and strength, he's very serious about killing him. So this is where things get more interesting. As, Naruto, he would put back his 2 swords in his, back on his holsters. As then, he begins to focus his fist. He's gonna try something that, he has been practicing, basically. Now, what Guy... No. Guy knows that he seemingly doesn't have chakra network like most people, so he still tried to teach him well. However, he also picked up that Naruto had something weird. Like, he would show him the 8-gate formations and how he could do, the air, afternoon tiger, morning peacock, night guy, all this. He would explain how his taijutsu was able to do all this. Focusing just on his chakra, just pure strength. Naruto, he would also do meditation, get in line. Hiruzen would tell him about this too. Focus mind and body to help, aid the little boy. He does feel bad that, the son of Minato and Kushina somehow was born without chakra. Makes absolutely no sense to him. And it worries him because, well, with no chakra, he feels that the Nine-Tails could easily take him over. So they don't know how they're going to do it, but I digress. As we're back to Naruto and Zabuza. As he makes a fist. He cups it with his other hand, as then it starts to glow. Everyone can see a faint blue glow. Naruto saying, that's it. Come on. Come on. Now, his fist starts to radiate like a little blue orb around him. Now, Kakashi's eyes widen. He thinks this is the Rasengan. Now, he then would pull up his, headband to show the Sharingan eye, analyze it, and see that it's not chakra. In fact, whatever the fuck Naruto's doing, it's pulling energy from around him and his body, simultaneously storing it into his fist. And it's not like Senjutsu, it's just gathering energy around him, not chakra. He doesn't gather chakra, he just gathers energy. Energy exists in multiple forms, my guy. As we now go to Zabuza's perspective. He's thinking that this kid is charging up a fist attack to swing at his sword. Zabuza would welcome this, so he runs through some hand signs. He's thinking, well, kid, I never promised you I wouldn't. As Naruto saying he was hoping that he would. As Zabuza would yell, water style, water dragon jutsu, as a water dragon would come out of the lake and rush towards Naruto. Naruto, he would rush in. Kakashi's telling Naruto, the fuck is he doing? As, he's still fast. So he jumps on the water dragon, and to the surprise of many, he's moving fast enough that he can just step on it and skip forward without letting his actual weight fall onto it. He's moving faster than gravity. So, that's what I'm telling you. And it's relatively good. Kakashi's thinking that Naruto's water walking, but with the Sharingan he can see there's still no chakra going through his body. But he can see that punch that Naruto's holding is getting more brighter, more intense. His fist is, at least. The orb isn't, but his fist is definitely stockpiling something, as he would then land right next to Zabuza. Zabuza would not be able to avoid this, as then, to the surprise of many, when Naruto would hit just the moment of impact, a slight switch of wind would appear, and Haku's body would be substituted. Now, Haku did her own substitution to switch out with Zabuza. Now, at this moment, Naruto would yell, "Spirit Wave!" as it hits Haku dead in the chest. Now, here's what is happening. This jutsu, or not jutsu, but technique, focuses all of Naruto's energy and would send it out in a focused out punch. Now, it's most effective in a punch, kick, elbow, direct contact. He could still shoot it out, and then it would just be a blast of energy. It would do a more wide effect, but its impact is not as powerful. It loses strength as it's launched out, pretty much. However, that's why the most effectiveness is point blank. Now, when Naruto hit Haku, they could see that the energy pierced right through her body. Now, they're thinking, she dead. She not. Just listen. As, Haku would not get sent flying, but rather just fall to her knees. The mask would fall off, and she'd just fall unconscious. Zabuza would say, "No!" as he would rush in, trying to swing his sword. As Naruto would body flicker away, he would actually grab Haku at the exact same time. He has his head on where he hit, and he would hear the heartbeat. As, he's saying she's still alive, as everyone's eyes widen, as Naruto then would jump down from the tree, and saying, "Well, she's more pure-hearted than you are." As Zabuza saying, "What?" As that attack is designed to destroy someone with a malicious heart. Zabuza Momochi, the demon of the mist? Oh, come on. This would have completely destroyed your heart. But since she's more pure than you are, in fact she is purity, that's why she didn't get hurt by it. I mean, the punch itself did kinda hurt her, and Naruto also kind of blushes when he realized one thing. When he put his head on his chest, he realized how weirdly soft it was. So that's when he realized, oh shit, chick. Well then. And he's not going to do the Yusuke method of the other hand of checking. That Goku check. Oh god, that's still funny. Anyway, continuing on with the what if, as Naruto, he's handing over Haku to Zabuza. Zabuza is hesitant because it seems like Naruto, he's about, he could kill Haku right in front of Zabuza easily. But he realizes this kid's not doing it. So he would grab Haku. He had asked Naruto, what is he doing? As Naruto's saying, well, I won't kill someone who's pure. And as long as you live, I'm guessing she would take the killing blows every single time. Now, there is physical damage. I'm not going to say there isn't. My punches do hurt, as, Haku, a little bit of blood would be coming out of her mouth now. As Zabuza's eyes narrow at Naruto and saying, hey, she's still alive. I never said she wasn't hurt. So, and this was meant to kill you. As Zabuza, he sighs. He's just like, fine. He picks up his sword, puts it on his back, as he tells the boy, consider us even. I won't kill the bridge builder for you letting Haku go. As Naruto saying, I'd consider it you owing me one, because you wouldn't have been able to beat me and Kakashi. As, Kakashi then realizes, oh shit, yeah, I should have been doing something. What the fuck am I was seeing Minato's son, and he could have died. I should have, the fuck is Kakashi's just realizing, damn, I'm kind of a shitty teacher. As, he shakes his head for a quick second as, he just casually walks over to Zabuza and he's saying, well, I do have one question. And Zabuza would say, what? Did Gato hire you? And Zabuza would nod, telling him that, he looks at Naruto and saying, if he kills Gato, would that clean his debt? As Naruto saying, if we go halves on the money, yeah. As Naruto starts to casually walk with Zabuza, Kakashi looks at Naruto saying, what the hell are you doing? As Naruto saying, well, I inadvertently hurt his partner, and I believe that Zabuza killing Gato is a two-man team. I'll be, back within, a day or so. Zabuza will drop me off. He could sense your chakra. As Zabuza, his eye twitches, and he's saying, kid, why the hell would I go with you to drop you off to Kakashi, and why the hell would I let you come with? I can easily kill Gato and his men alone. True, but then you would have to worry about Haku. You would have to put her somewhere, and Gato could easily find her that way. Now, if we just wipe them all out right now, with Haku there, as Zabuza saying, no, Haku's not going. They won't get a chance. You see how fast I am. As then he would disappear, grab his weights, reappear, still moving at the exact same speed despite having those weights in his hands, which they notice as they're saying, you can move faster, can't you? He nods, he's saying, oh, I do have more weights on. As they're like, fuck! As Kakashi's just like, guy, what have you done? As, Naruto was saying, oh no, Guy only knows about the two. These are, he would unzip his coat, reveal his black shirt, and show that he's wearing a body vest, almost, of pure weights. As he's saying this is double his leg weights. As, everyone has a sweat drop. Tazuna's just like, I hit the lottery with this kid. He then thinks, he's kind of young, but maybe he would marry my daughter. Yes. If I have him around, I could live a peaceful, quiet life. We would be unfuckable with. As, he then realizes, wait, I'm not gonna sell this brat my daughter. The fuck am I thinking? As, they're like, okay, let's just go. Zabuza and Kakashi, they exchange, weird looks as they shrug shoulders and just go with it. We do a time skip of 3 days. Naruto had asked Zabuza to seal, the scrolls, money and scrolls for him since he can't use chakra. But then he'd ask, the fuck was he doing with that weird energy? As Naruto explains, he doesn't know. It's strange. He doesn't have chakra, but this spirit energy, I guess? He's saying he found out more about it when he started to meditate, focusing his mind and body, making sure that they were synced, and next thing he knew, this blue energy started to leak out. He found out he had a pretty decent amount when he fights. When he fights, more of it gets built up. He finds out that it's like a fighting spirit almost. That's why he calls it spirit energy. The more intense situations, the more seems to be drawn out. Now, he does train intensively to help bring out this. Hopefully, he realized something. Impurities can be burned away by his energy. As, Zabuza asks, does he mean by this? He was reading about different books and archived in, the library of Konoha. Deep in the second Hokage's manuscripts where he would venture out, he had documents about, this weird ability that some people had possessed. Since not everyone can manipulate chakra, we do have civilians, there are some that seem to have possessed a unique ability beyond chakra, or running in a parallel path to it. Something called, that he labeled spirit energy, or Reiki, as this kind of would work if the person was mostly an adept in martial arts of some sort. Honing the body and developing a sixth sense of some sort. Something that is practiced and earned throughout the body. Naruto thought that was pretty cool, and he decided to train. He found out that there was a sensei named Might Guy. When Zabuza hears this, he sweat drops because he realizes Might Guy is the son of I think it was Dai Guy? Yeah, no, Might Die. Yeah, Might Die. As his name is so fucking up though. Might die. No, he did die. F. But he fought the Seven Swordsmen using the Eight Gates formation, and Zabuza knows this, realizing that that was his son, who survived, must have trained this brat, and that means, shit, he really could have died. Oh god. He then gets flashbacks of his senseis, like, explaining the nightmare that is Might Die, the red beast with the weird, fabulous mustache. But his hair was atrocious. His outfits were kind of wonky, but the mustache. It was rumored that if he wanted to, he could have unlocked the ninth gate, the gate of mustache. But it would be at the price of his mustache. He would be able to live, but he'd never grow a mustache. So everyone knew, Might Die had to die with his mustache. He could not forsake it. He loved it just as much as he loved his son. Since he can't die with his son, he will die with his mustache. Oh, that's fucking funny. Okay, enough of that joking around bullshit. Back to the what if, as, Haku does awaken in Zabuza carrying her, as she is bandaged, and Zabuza is the one who bandaged her. As, she looks to see Naruto, and she tries to move, and her body is just like, nope. You staying down. As Naruto saying, sorry, I really didn't know you were going to substitute with Zabuza. We're gonna go to Kyogato, and then you two would, do whatever. As Haku was just saying, you lie, you bastard. As Zabuza just tells Haku, like, just rest now, Haku. Once we kill Zabuza, burn the bodies, we'll have a nice little house to ourselves. As, Naruto saying, I'll visit you guys every now and then. As, Haku glares at him, Zabuza just chuckles, as he's saying, maybe, kid, maybe. This is Trash Boat by 11. I like the band, I'm not gonna lie. However, I don't feel like this song works for what the tempo's about to be. Hold up. As... Nah. Yeah, sure, why not? Zed Dead Sound of the Underground. It's a remix. Sorry. As Naruto, Zabuza, Haku, they arrive at Gato's house. And, well, yeah, they proceed to pretty much behead everyone. Naruto would take Gato's head, because there is a bounty for Gato. As we now cut to 2 weeks later. Things kind of went normal for the bridge mission. They went home. There's no Gato, there's no events, nothing happened. Sasuke did not awaken his Sharingan, but he did get trained by Kakashi, same with Sakura, so they're at a much higher level. Since Kakashi can't really train Naruto, he's not really adept at Kenjutsu. And Naruto outclasses him in speed and Taijutsu, so Kakashi actually realizes he has to put in effort to try and match Naruto greatly now. Now, in case you're wondering about the bell test, because I didn't cover it, it's because of the method that Naruto had to pass. Did Kakashi, not do the bell test? He's just like, he tells them that, you three will be doing these D-rank missions to build teamwork, and if you guys don't shape up your teamwork, then, you guys won't be getting any higher, and then I'll just send you back. You're on a trial, month-long period. As Naruto, he complains about it because he's saying his physical training, all the physical rules and all his bullshit, as Kakashi sighs, and he's saying, yes, but that's under your sensei. As Naruto would scowl at Kakashi. They're not on the best of terms, but they're okay. They're on like the meh. I mean, you're slightly cooler than Mike Guy, but meh, you're also a late pervert. So, yeah. Kakashi has showed Sasuke he has lightning jutsu affinity, but he did not teach him Chidori, but rather he taught him, the lightning clone and a slight sub of the lightning blade as its lightning palm, where he just gathers lightning chakra in his hand. It doesn't do much. It's kind of like a quick taser effect on the human body, but amp with a little bit of chakra, not by much. As he would, Kakashi, in how can I put this in the best of ways? He doesn't really have a good way to train Naruto, so Naruto would never be trained by Kakashi. There is no bond there, and Kakashi feels bad about it, but yeah, no, whenever he tried to get a sensei for Naruto, they would come back saying, nope, kid's above my pay grade. Way too strong. Yeah, no. He surpasses Kenjutsu. People who were good at taijutsu, like the Akamichi clan, they'd have to go into their giant forms to try and match Naruto in physical strength, but due to his speed and him being more nimble than them, it was just iconic to see Naruto flip Choza on his back when Choza tried to punch Naruto. Now, the third Hokage has wanted Naruto to try and find out about the Kyuubi chakra to see if he could access that, maybe, which he would be able to, but it's gonna be weird. As we do a scene with Danzo and Tenzo, because he still works for Danzo in this one. He's still loyal to Danzo. He still has that curse mark on his tongue too. He's still like, they all know about him, but yeah. As Tenzo is stated, he's going to be training Naruto to see if he can help harness the boy's nine-tailed chakra. If the boy is proving worthless, Danzo said, go ahead and kill the boy, or put him in a state of incapacity. We will remove the seal ourselves and put it into one of our shinobi. And, Tenzo, if you can beat this boy, then you will be that shinobi. Your wood style would be perfect with that Biju, that demon fox. As now we go to Yamato, getting his shit absolutely slapped by Naruto. Yamato actually had to bust out wood style, but here's one thing that he didn't expect Naruto to do. During their fight, Naruto would use his swords to help block off and fight off his wood. He would rush in and Yamato would do one of his wood spears to stab Naruto. Naruto would bring down his swords, but Yamato would infuse more chakra into his spike, causing it to break Naruto's swords. However, it also would cut Yamato's wood spear. Naruto, I will watch that later, Saiyan Salad. Oh no, Salad Saiyan. My bad. I don't know why I reversed it. I normally say normal. My bad. As Naruto, he would still rush towards Yamato. He would actually grab off a piece of the wood, break it, and rush towards Yamato. He's still holding it like a sword handle. Now this is something new for Naruto. He's focusing his energy similar to how he did with his spirit wave technique. But now he has something that would work. He found it weird how the wood gave off this weird vibe to him. When it hit him, it hurt more. Which, yeah, it hurt more than regular wood. Now, Naruto, once he would break off a piece, he would rush towards Yamato. He would rush towards Naruto thinking, well, this kid's gonna die. He pulls out a kunai, ready to slash Naruto's chest. That way he can get ready to extract the Nine Tails, so he can be the new Jinchuriki. As Hiruzen is also watching this in his crystal ball, Danzo's watching this in the shadows. As to the surprise of everyone, a yellow energy blade appears in Naruto's hand, coming from the wooden piece that he broke off from Yamato's from his stat. I don't want to say that. He broke. I don't want to say it. He broke it off of Yamato's wood. It's so disturbing. I didn't realize that. I played myself as. He rushes in. The energy glows, and Yamato can't counter this. You see, people are thinking, is this lightning chakra of some sort? Nah. As this hits Yamato, similar to how a bat would, as Naruto goes for an entire slashing motion. It knocks back Yamato's kunai, and he takes a fierce body blow, sending him flying, careening into the canopy of the trees. He goes a good distance away, and Yamato actually is burnt by this. He sees how the sword works. Naruto is just like, cool! As, he points it at a certain angle, he closes his eyes, channels his energy more, as then he's saying, sword extend! As then it shoots out another 3 feet. Now, in case you're wondering why 3 feet, this is because he's facing the trees, and it stabs into a tree, stabbing, just piercing the arm of one of Danzo's root Anbu. He can't say anything because he didn't think this would hurt, but dear God, as he feels the energy somewhat cauterizing the wound itself, as Naruto would pull back his energy, he would actually close his eyes, and then the sword goes away. He would drop the wooden spike, focus his energy back into his palm. Danzo and Hiruzen are still watching. The Anbu quickly gets the fuck out of there trying to get treatment because his arm's not moving or responding. So, yeah, Naruto, a yellow orb would form in his hand, as Naruto would then yell, "Spirit Sword!" As boom, a sword appeared. He grabs it as he realizes it's a lot weaker, it's even shorter, as he's just thinking, damn. As then it quickly vanishes and he falls to both knees, panting heavily, as he feels way more exhausted than he normally would. As to him it felt like he was putting about 10 times as much energy out, and the sword was only half of its regular size. He realizes, he's gonna need training. As he smiles, picks up the wooden stick, puts it in his pocket. He goes towards where he thinks Yamato is. He finds Yamato unconscious. He would lift him up and carry him towards the hospital. Danzo would vanish. Hiruzen would just be sitting in his chair, thinking, what the fuck? That's not chakra. The fuck is this boy radiating? He remembers the report that Kakashi gave him about the mission and Naruto's submission. He was annoyed that Naruto did that, but when Naruto, he just straight up saying, oh, he just wants this money for the leaf. He was just gonna invest it back here. The villagers overcharge him for a lot of shit, and he wants to open a savings. He put half of it in savings. He has the rest at home. Not in scrolls, similar to how Danzo did. He just has a big-ass safe that people normally can't move. They have to use an insane amount of chakra to match Naruto's physical strength. Now, we go to a slight different incident here. With Naruto and Konohamaru meeting for the first time with, shortly after this incident, where Naruto would drop off Yamato in the hospital, and he would see Konohamaru being chased by Ibisu-sensei. He would see this, he would body flicker, he would easily, grab Konohamaru by the forehead in his little helmet as he holds him up, as Ibisu-sensei lands behind Naruto and saying, "You, what are you?" As he's saying, "Here you go." As he's just saying, "What?" As Konohamaru's just saying, let me go, I'm the grandson of the third Hokage." As Naruto's saying, "Aw, damn. I like Chili's videos." Anyway, continuing on with the what if, as, Naruto saying, "Yeah, but you're really weak." And Ibisu-sensei, from what I've read in his reports, decent teacher. So, why are you running away from getting stronger? Do you want to be a weakling? Do you want to bring shame on your clan? As, Naruto would toss Konohamaru to Ibisu-sensei, he would catch him, As Konohamaru would cuss at Naruto, Naruto would say, "You're too weak to try and tell me anything. Your title as the grandson of the third Hokage means nothing to me." As Naruto would blatantly say this. You know, it's only a matter of time before his strength will eclipse the third Hokage's. His strength will eventually eclipse the first. Naruto has no goal to be Hokage. He just wants to be the strongest ninja to prove his worth that he doesn't need chakra. He caught Konohamaru, the grandson of the third Hokage. Relatively easy. If he was working for a different village, they would probably want him to kill Konohamaru at that instant. Konohamaru is a big target, and him running away like this is utterly stupid. He doesn't realize the danger he puts himself in and the worry he puts on the leaf. Konohamaru acts like a spoiled brat, and Naruto is not afraid to tell him off. You see, Ibusu Sensei is just like, "You brat, how dare you," as Konohamaru starts crying. Ibusu Sensei puts down Konohamaru and saying, "That's it, I'm going to," as when he looks up, Naruto's gone. He's just saying, "Damn it, that brat, I'm going to get him for this." As he takes Konohamaru, he spoils Konohamaru, tries to tell him, now, don't worry about that big old oaf. Don't worry about him. He's nobody special." As he then remembers he's the son of Minato and Kushina, and then he realizes, wait, he really is no one special now. They're both dead, and he has no chakra. There's no way in hell Ibusu Sensei can't kill him. But he has to find a way to kill him without killing him. Or at least without the blame being on him. So, continuing on with the what if, as I need to drop these hints in now, as little seeds will grow, my friend. We now cut to a special scene where Naruto, he smells something lovely. He walks towards it, and it happens to be some roses. Ino's putting out some roses, some brand new red roses, as Naruto, he smells them, and he's saying, "Wow, they smell amazing." As, she's saying, "Thanks, I grew myself." As Naruto's saying, "Wow, you must be a really talented gardener. You're Ino, right? Ino Yamanaka?" As, she nods, "And you're Naruto Uzumaki, the kid who can't use chakra." She says it with, like, a bit of a snobby attitude. As, Naruto, he looks at the flowers, and he looks at her, and he's saying, "Such shame. How a hideous heart can grow such beautiful flowers." As this man would proceed to pick one flower up, and just one of the roses, and walk away. He's smelling it, as Ino can't say anything because she's surprised that someone just verbally bitch slapped her like that. As, he insulted and complimented her, and now she's just like, "Wait a minute, you have to pay for that." As, Naruto would disappear. We go to the perspective of, Hinata the stalker. Naruto would, disappear from her vision, and she's just like, "Where'd he go?" As Naruto would tap her on the shoulder and saying, "Here you go." As Hinata, she's about to scream. Naruto covers her mouth real quick as he's like, "Shh." As, he points to Ino, who's still, like, in hearing distance of Hinata. As, she nods. As, she's blushing really heavily. She says, "No, Naruto-kun, what do you..." As you're like, "You're always following me. Do you like me?" As he tilts his head. As, he goes for the rose again. He's saying, "If that's the case, here. I'd like to get to know you." As Hinata instantly faints from this, Naruto's just like, Shit! As, he picks up Hinata bridal style and goes to the Hyuga compound. He would knock. They would instantly be yelling at Naruto. "How dare he bring Hinata like this? Where's her bodyguard? Where's her sensei?" As Naruto's saying, wait, it wasn't like that. It was not. He tries to explain. Hasashi would eventually come in because of all the commotion. No one's letting Naruto explain it. Hasashi tells them all to, be gone. As he looks at Naruto, Hinata's already in her room. Naruto still has the rose in his hand. As Hasashi, he tells Naruto, what is he doing here? Naruto saying, I was just bringing Hinata. And why were you doing that? She fainted. Why? I asked her if she liked me, and then I gave her a rose. As Hisashi scoffs and saying, "My daughter will have no such thing. You hear that, you demon brat?" As Naruto, he takes a step back. He doesn't like when he's called a demon, but it happens still. As Naruto, he's saying, I'm not a demon. I'm just a kid." As he's saying, "Yeah, right. You surely have no idea the suffering you bring to this village. Now, be gone from my sight and leave my daughter alone. And don't get your hopes up. She could never love a creature like you." As Naruto, he runs off. He's clutching the rose really tightly, that blood coming off of it in his hand. This is Bush, The Sound of Winter. One of my favorite songs, actually. Continuing on with the what if. As Naruto, he runs out of the foundation. He sees the Hyuga clan's two lions and the, Hyuga clan symbol right above it. As Naruto, in pure rage, he channels his energy through the rose as, the petals disperse as he feels, and it's weird, it's like second nature to him. He quickly jumps up, he yells, "Rose Whip!" As, red energy sprouts from the handle, the remaining stem of the rose, since the petals are off of it. As a huge whip appears, he does a few lashes, cutting up the stones and the, clan symbol. As, he then spins his rose whip around where the rose petals start to move. They start to glow with red energy. As then he launches it towards Sasashi's door, the Hyuga clan household, as it makes the Uzumaki red swirl. As Naruto then falls, the rose turns into a regular rose again. And Naruto's actually kind of confused. He's just like, did I just not throw the rose petals? How the... he just shakes it aside, as then, he puts the rose in his headband. He's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna rock this shit. I'm gonna whip the shit out of anyone who got some beef with it. As here we go to, the perspective of Hiruzen, who's just like jaw dropped. As he knows this is not gonna end well. He instantly sends a Anbu to go get Naruto and Hisashi before Hisashi, like, apeshits this. As, yeah. To sum it up easily, Hiruzen forced Naruto to pay for the damages, and Naruto, though he did, he straight up told Hisashi that he can go eat a piece of shit, or, in other words, go eat himself because he's nothing but crap. He's so full of himself. Anyway, continuing on, as Hiruzen would dismiss the Anbu and Hisashi, as he would ask Naruto, "What is your ability?" As Naruto just shrugs his shoulders. He knows he doesn't have chakra. He's read documents about how the second Hokage had found out about these weird warriors in ancient times, before the villages were formed, as there were some who could manipulate the environments, some who could channel the elements, but not through chakra, but through harsh training of some sort. As Naruto saying, he never really trained with a whip. It just came to him second nature. Same with fighting in the swordsmanship. It just came to him. As Hiruzen he just rubs his temples and sighs. He's just saying, "Naruto, my boy, you can't be doing stuff like that. You are a powerful ninja indeed, and you will grow to be a fine shinobi, but do not do this, Naruto. You are burning bridges that you may need." As, Naruto starts to explain what, Hisashi said, as, Hiruzen can't explain why, he's still mad. He's gonna have a talk with Hisashi about that Demon Fox remark. As, we are cutting to a scene where, Hiruzen with Ska, like, told Naruto he has no idea why they do this, but just prove yourself, Naruto. Prove you're not what they say you are. And Naruto tightens his fist and leaves. Of course, he's not too happy with this. He would go. He's off in his little apartment when, he just sits. He's not eating dinner right now. He doesn't have an appetite right now. He's disgusted by Lord Third and Hasashi as he's looking at his... Nani? He's looking at his... Ah, shit. I got a few more minutes. He's looking at his forehead protector. And he questions his loyalty right now. As he sets... Nani? He sets his headband down. And he goes to lay in his bed. He just goes to meditate. But this time, something else happens. He's pulled into the mindscape, but where he meets a person with red hair. And it's not Kushina, it's the other Kurama. As, he's saying, "Greetings, my name's Kurama." As Naruto's saying, "Oh, hi, I'm Naruto. Where am I?" As, he explains some things to Naruto that I won't explain to you. Naruto now knows everything that I know, and about what he has about his Kekkei Mora, and how he seems to have hit the jackpot. His father was the mixture of Hiei and Kurabara. His mother seemed to be the mix of Kurama and Yusuke. As he's saying how? He's saying, ancestry-wise, it could have happened whenever. But Naruto having the mix of all four, seemingly gained their powers. He'll have access to Hiei soon. It's just that, he's not tried to enter the mindscape after unlocking any of his other abilities, and Kurama, being the most fresh, decides to enlighten Naruto about, all of his techniques, the techniques that he's aware of from Kurabara, Yusuke, and Hiei. He knows he can't get Hiei's abilities until a certain event happens, but I digress. As we now go to a time skip of 2 days, Kakashi has told them about the Chunin exams, and now they're arriving there. Things are pretty much going to go as normal, but with a slight difference of, Lee, when Naruto sees him get, hurt, Naruto did not hesitate to punch the guy right as he was about to hit Lee again. Naruto moved at blinding speeds that Sasuke and Sakura didn't notice him gone. They didn't even hear the sound of him leaving until after it was gone. As, the fake Chunin would have been sent through the door. Naruto's foot just so extended as he looks over to Lee and he's saying, "Lee, are you okay?" He puts his foot down as Lee's just saying, "Naruto?" As, he points up to the sign and he's saying, "Yeah, that's giving me a funky vibe. Come on, you should know this by now. I think Guy Sensei told you how to dispel genjutsu. I don't seem to get caught in genjutsu like normal people. I still read it like how you probably do as 301, but it just feels weird when I look at it. And I trust my instinct to know that that means genjutsu." As, the other guy's just like, "Shit." As, everyone's looking at Naruto like, what the fuck is he? Sasuke's saying, "Hey, Naruto, the fuck are you doing? Stop being a show-off and let's just go. You should have just let these people fail. It's less competition for us." As Naruto looks at Sasuke and saying, "Oh, come on, Sasuke, don't be like that. It'd be hardly any fun." As, Sasuke scoffs, they leave. Lee smiles as he knows that he'll have to fight Naruto eventually. So he doesn't challenge them right now. As Lee, he has done more intensive training. He is at a higher level. I am putting Lee at 6 gate status right now. Pre-Chunin exams, I'm letting y'all know. And yeah. And when I mean 6 gates once, I mean mastery 6 gates. There's no strain on him. So, yeah, Gar gonna get whopped. As we're continuing on with the what if. Everything kind of goes as normal with the whole testing thing. But Naruto's actually smart as fuck in this one. You know, he had to learn everything that he could to be qualified as a shinobi, so he's not gonna fail this test. You know, to the surprise of, and he still sits next to Hinata, but Naruto, you know, he doesn't say anything to her. You know, they're weirdly quiet. Hinata always is looking away from Naruto with sadness in her eyes. And Naruto's just like, nothing. Stoic. He shows no emotions. As, you know, Kiba and Shino know what's up, but not everyone else does. And they're not gonna know right now, because that's not important. Now, this is where things are going to be a little bit more different. As our Forest of Death incident would still kind of go as normal. But when the Rain Ninjas try and take Naruto... Oh, no. Before that. He wouldn't get hit by Anko in the kunai. I'm just saying, so that incident never happened. Just in case someone wants to argue with that. That never happens. I covered it. Now, you know, when the ninjas try and attack Naruto, it ends with that ninja getting his head decapitated and Naruto taking the scroll. So they have 2 Heaven Scrolls, and Naruto has the extra. You know, Orochimaru, when he burns the Heaven Scroll in front of Sakura and Sasuke, they're thinking they're fucked. So, yeah. Then Orochimaru swallows his Earth Scroll. And all that good shit. As, you know, Sasuke would still get fucked. You know, this is when he would awaken his Sharingan in this moment, though. You know, to fight against Orochimaru's Genjutsu due to the training. As, you know, he saw his death from Orochimaru, but he's saying, no, I won't lose to this. As he remembers Itachi in his rage, and that flared up his his Sharingan into the two-tone in both eyes, like Obito. So, you know, yeah. Orochimaru damn near nutted himself, as, you know, he damn near shedded his snake a little. Yeah, that's terrible. As he rushes towards Sasuke, and Sasuke does have, the fight kind of goes as normal. Sasuke adapts really quickly. He uses a combination of fire and lightning. You know, when he catches Orochimaru in the ninja wire with his teeth, he runs through lightning hand signs to disperse lightning chakra through the wire to electrocute Orochimaru, and then he spews out the fireball, the dragon flame one, and then he gets the Hiki mark. And this is where Naruto would arrive. You know, this is Sakura trying to do something to Orochimaru. I don't know why I was about to say to the pedo snake, and I'm like, no. What was his real name? Orochimaru, yeah. You know, she tries to drive a kunai, which Orochimaru would stick out his mouth, and his snake blade would stab Sakura through the stomach. Naruto's seeing this. He sees Sasuke falling down, grabbing his neck in agony. You know, he sees Sakura. He is pulled away instantly, as black flames surround Naruto in this mindscape, as the silhouette of a short kid, you know, roughly the same height as Kid Naruto, actually, well, slightly taller, thanks to his hair, as, you know, a glowing mark appears on the man's forehead, burning the bandage away, revealing a purple eye. He's saying, well, congrats, kid, you seem to awaken the Jagan. As Naruto saying, the what? You're Kekkei Moria. I'm Hiei. Now, as he tells him, only one time are you gonna get this, and it will put your arm out of commission for a good month. So, as the dragon of the darkness flame forms around Hiei's arm, and then quickly latches onto Naruto, wrapping and then biting onto it, almost seemingly turning into flame and cauterizing itself into Naruto's arm. Now, this is all happening real time, so Naruto's headband bursts open as a line appears, a glowing purple eye opens, and on his right forearm, black flames erupt as the silhouette of a dragon appears, as in a distorted voice, in Hiei and Naruto's voice, that's what I mean when I say distorted, Naruto would yell, Dragon of the Darkness Flame! Quickly launching it, Orochimaru books his ass out of there. He does not know what the fuck that is. Does not know. And does not have any time to deal with any motherfucker who can bring out any black flames like Itachi. He's just like, nope. I already marked him. I will find you out later. I gotta get my ass out of here. So he leaves. But the dragon itself, my guy, when it launches through the forest, and I do mean it is burning things to ash. Everyone, there are ninja teams who are running away from this dragon because it's just going, charging and trying to find Orochimaru. It really is hunting him down. It eventually does stop when Orochimaru dives into the water to try and avoid it as it starts to evaporate, but the water does do boil damage to Orochimaru's lower half. Because, dear God, man was damn near boiled alive. Naruto would have his right arm just scorched with the imprint of the dragon still there, glowing red hot, as Naruto would clutch his right arm, and then he would clutch his head, as then the Jigana would close, and, Sakura barely conscious, Sasuke unconscious. Naruto, he's about to pass out when he hears, "Brat, not yet." Mindscape with Kurama. Well, the Nine-Tails Kurama, as he tells him, "Hey, I can't have you fainting on me like this." As he pumps his QB chakra through Naruto, healing the arm and giving him enough energy to, restart his body, kind of giving him a wake-up call, as he asks, "Where am I? Who are you? What's this power?" "This is my chakra. I'm the Nine-Tails Kurama." "Hey, I met a Kurama." "No, not that one. But I'm glad that you met someone who runs parallel with my name. I know of him too. In his true form, his real name is Yoko Kurama. You will awaken more power from him yet. There is more power that you have yet to tap into within yourself. And I'm looking forward to it, Naruto Uzumaki. Now, leave and protect those two. That snake is gone. But he will send someone probably to look after you. And probably to take after the boy. I have nothing else to tell you." As Naruto would say, "Wait! Please! Just a second," as he wakes up in the real world. His hand is, normal, but it's still burning and throbbing on the dragon mark itself instead of the whole arm. As he would bandage it, he would retie his headband. He would pick up Sakura and Sasuke. He treats them to the best of his abilities. The Sound 3 would get their shit slapped by Naruto. And when Sasuke would awaken with the curse mark, it would be Naruto who would have to fight off Sasuke. And this is actually something different. Naruto's Jigana would, still being closed and sealed off by the headband, had heightened his senses to the point of pretty much matching Curse Mark 2 Sasuke with the Sharingan right now. His senses are pretty much the exact same right now as the heightened one. He still has to hold back, but he's able to see Sasuke much more easily. Sasuke is getting annoyed. He does say, "Sasuke, if you want power, then we'll train." As he headbutts Sasuke. Sasuke gets mad at this, as he's saying, "You want to kill someone, and so do I. If we have the same goal, then let's work together." As he hits Sasuke in the stomach, punches him in the face, eventually kicks him into the fucking tree, causing the curse mark to return into Sasuke as he damn near broken. As he gets Sasuke, lifts him up, and tells him, "Look, just give it time. You're weak now because you're young. Itachi had waited. He had built his strength, and now you have to do that. You have to do what Itachi did. You have to wait your time and get stronger. But the difference here is you don't need to kill your friends. You have your friends, and your friends will make you stronger. We will constantly clash and train, fight over and over, making sure that you're ready for Itachi. Everyone in the Leaf will back you up in this, Sasuke. Now quit being a damn idiot! As he punches Sasuke out cold. Despite Sasuke about to saying, okay then, Naruto just kind of had that extra punch for himself. To quote Deadpool when he hits Wolverine a few times in their game, as, this is for yelling at me, this is for not letting me drive the helicopter, and this is because it slightly turns me on. As, not turns him on, but it just feels good for him. Catharsism. As, yeah, we would go to Naruto taking the Earth Scroll. He would pull out his Heaven Scroll. He would go to the tower before Kabuto could reach them. Kabuto would literally see Naruto dragging Sasuke and Sakura in his arms as he walks into the building, and he's just like, damn it, as he retreats into the shadow like a creepy pedophile himself. Now, when Kakashi Sensei summoned, Naruto would explain everything, tell him what happened, except for the Jagana. He not admitting shit. He said Orochimaru just booked it when he left, and they're all asking about what the fuck was that black flaming dragon thing, and they're like, I don't know. Why is your arm bandaged? I don't know. Alright then. They gave treatment to Sasuke and Sakura, so the preliminary matches are pretty much the exact same, word for word. Dosu, I guess he wouldn't have to fight then. So Choji is the one who advances instead of Dosu. So Choji feels pride as he didn't have to fight. As everyone was just too tired, so they're like, okay, Choji, you know what? You're the lucky lotto. You don't get to fight. You just hit that lottery. But the one difference I'm making is Hinata versus Naruto and Kiba versus Neji. Kiba would brag and get his shit slapped, and Neji would not hold back, actually kill Akamaru. As, a fuck you to Kiba, a fuck you to Hinata, just in general. He would put Kiba in the same critical condition as he did Hinata, and Naruto wouldn't really care. He has no vengeance, and when he fights Hinata, he pretty much just bodied her with a single punch to the stomach, causing her to fall to the ground. And I do mean he did not hold back in that punch. It was a full 100% punch, which Kakashi and Kurenai knew. And they did scowl at Naruto. You didn't have to hit her that hard, as Naruto saying, I go all out. It's not my fault that an ant stepped to a fucking dragon. As, he just walks away from both of them. As Gaara does have an interesting killing Naruto still. We go to a... I will have to end in like 5 minutes, fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah, might as well. As we would go to a different scene now. Jiraiya, who would still be peeping on the women, would not be caught by Naruto. Yeah, he's just pretty much fine. Naruto would not get a sensei during this training month. Jiraiya would still try and find Naruto. Hiruzen would, try and send Anbu for Naruto when they'd go to his apartment. There was a note left, and Naruto saying, hey, Third, I know you've been watching me with the crystal ball, but my training is going to be in secrecy, so I'll be back for the Chunins. Naruto. And, yeah, Jiraiya pretty much had to spend that month trying to find Naruto, and, yeah, no such luck. Our matches are still pretty much the same. So, Gaara actually still hasn't killed anyone. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did say Gaara and the Leaf fight was going to go different, didn't I? Yeah, so I guess Lee would be fighting Sasuke in that one. Yeah, that's the only difference. Fuck. I almost forgot about that. Damn. I am so glad I barely remembered. Oh, if I would have forgotten that, I probably would have deleted this thing. No lie. Because of just how far I gotten. and how annoyed I would have been. So yeah, Lee would have beaten Gaara, to the surprise of Tamari and Konkuro. Gaara got his shit slapped. And yeah, Gaara would. The Sand Invasion is still gonna happen. It's just that Gaara now doesn't have to sneak off. It's just gonna happen when it happens. So yes, as yeah, that everything. Yeah, everything still pretty much goes the same. Wait, no. Hmm. Nah. Nah, I'm still. Hmm. Because if I get rid of those Sound Ninja 3 right there, then Shino and Shikamaru, which I will give to Shino. Hmm. That leaves me with a still odd. Hold up, let me. Okay, so pretty much the only difference is Choji, rather than having his extra fight, he would replace Shino in the bracket, because then I remembered how that would go. So, yeah, no. Things are still pretty much normal. Konkuro versus Choji, and Tamari versus Shikamaru. Yes, 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 yes. Anyway, we do a scene change to Naruto. His arm healed completely. The dragon has been mastered. He has complete control of Hiei's abilities with Fist of the Mortal Flame, Sword of the Darkness Flame, Dragon of the Darkness Flame. He has just yet to absorb it into himself like Hiei had. He's mastered the abilities of the Jagan. He's mastered all of Kurama's plant-based. He can do the swords like Kurabara, with extending them, making them change shape, causing them to turn like an energy whip if he wants, but he finds it redundant. He has the spirit gun, shotgun, spirit wave. He's developed a few other techniques. He's been aided with Kurama. Kurama's actually done something special where he just gives Naruto chakra. Where Naruto, he either has a regular red aura around him with the claws, or a distinguished cloak. And by cloak, I mean, yes, KCM. So Naruto could either choose just regular regular Kurama chakra over his body with the nails and the eyes, teeth, wild hair, or kick it up a notch and go to KCM 1 or KCM 2. Because I fucking can. Fuck you. And Kurama knows about the Jagan. Dear God, Kurama was just like, hey, this shit gonna be lit. You can read people's minds, you can control people's minds, you got telepathy. Man, you can go into people's memories. Shit. It just goes on and on. This does kind of put a weird strain on the Naruto Hinata thing, don't get me wrong. As, Hinata is confused. She realizes that her father's ways and what he said to Naruto probably made him go like that. So she did try and defend Naruto's actions. And she asked Kurenai for help on how to get Naruto to like her. So, yeah. Now, yeah, I'm gonna have to end it here because it's already 1:40 and I have to go to work in 20 minutes. So, okay, 19 minutes. Fuck! Alright, I hope y'all have a good one. I hope you enjoy this new What If. I'm sorry that I couldn't get Black Clover Deku. I tried 3 goddamn times and I refused to go to a 4th. Guido Mister don't like 4 numbers, and I guess I don't for right now. I just have to wait.